Today's outline of the class is behavioral models. In the previous classes, we see the three types of the system models. One is a context model, interaction model, and behavior and structural model, and the last model is a behavioral model. What do you mean by behavioral model? The behavioral model are the methods of dynamic behavior of the system it is executing. So when the system is executing, they show what happens or what is supposed to happen when system respond to stimuli from its environment. When the system is executing and when system respond to particular stimuli, so stimuli may be data or events occurs, what will happen? So it shows some behavioral models are the models of the dynamic behavior of the system as it is executing. It shows what happens or what is supposed to be happens when system respond to stimuli from its environment. We can think of these stimuli as of two types. One is the data, another is the event. What will happens when it responds to system? So data, some data arrives that has to be processed by the system. So after receiving the data, the system can process by that data. Events, some events happens that trigger the system processing. So events may have associated data, although it is not always the case. So these are the stimuli are used. The next is data driven modeling. So many business systems are data processing systems. All of you know, many business are based on the data processing system that are primarily driven by the data. Data is the main. They are controlled by the data input to the system with relatively little external event processing. So data driven models show the sequence of actions. So all based on the data, it can execute the system sequence of action involved in processing input data and generating an associated data. So data are sequentially executed and it generates the output. They are particularly useful during the analysis of requirement as they can be used to show the end-to-end processing in a system. So here the one example is given, so that is order processing. So here the input is given as a blood sugar level and it gets the sensor value. Based on that sensor value, it gives the input to the sensor data. So based on that data, the computes the sugar level, whether it is high dose or low dose, it computes the sugar level and blood sugar level. Based on that level, it calculates the insulin delivery, whether it is high dose or low dose insulin is required, and then it goes to insulin requirements, calculate the pump commands and pump control commands and control pump and deliver the insulin pump. So this is the sequence of operations, sequence of actions. So input is given as a blood sugar level and finally it computes the insulin pump. So this is an example of data order processing, and the activity models of insulin pump operation is given. Here fill in, give the order, and that is validate or not, check it, validation is check. Suppose it is validate, update the amount and save it. This is a data store order, suppliers, it sends. So all these activities are occurs based on the level. So event driven modeling. So there are two stimuli are used. One is the data, another is the event. So real time systems are often event driven with minimum data processing. So data are the sequence of data and event driven with minimum data processing. For example, land phone switching system responds to events such as receiver of the hook by generating a dial tone. When you are generating a dial tone, you can receive of the hook. So event driven modeling shows how the system responds to external and internal events. It is based on the assumption that system has finite number of states. So it may be measurable number of states and that events and may cause transition from one state to another state. So the state machine model of are shown. These models the behavior of the system in response to external and events. Based on the external events, it shows the behavior of the system. So this shows the system response to stimuli. So are often used for modeling real-time system. State machine model shows system states as a nodes. So all the states are shown as a nodes and events arc between these nodes. When an event occurs, the system moves from one state to another state. So state charts are integral part of the UML and are used to represent the state machines. Here the state diagram of micro-oven system is shown by using the state diagram. So input, it goes to waiting or to display the temperature here, whether it's half power or full power, whether suppose it is full power, setup power is equal to, it display the 600, it is half power, display 300, set the time, get number, door close. So all this is all the operations of the micro oven. So there is, it changes the state from one state to another state. And similarly, micro oven operations is also shown in the diagram. The states and stimuli for micro oven is given here. Waiting means the oven is waiting for the input. The display shows the current time. Half power means the oven is set to 300 watts. The display shows the half powers. Full power, the oven is set to 600 watts. The display shows the all full power. So all these are given, explanation is given in the table. The next is model driven engineering. So model driven engineering, it is short form is written as MDE, is an approach to software development where models rather than programs are principal output of the development program process. So it is mainly concerned with models are important as compared to the programs. The programs that execute on hardware and software platforms are generated automatically from the models, and response of MD argue that this raises the level of abstraction in software engineering. The next, what is the uses of model driven engineering? Model driven engineering still is an early stage of development, and it is unclear whether or not it is have to significant effect on the software engineering practice. So what are the pros and cons for this model driven engineering? Pros: advantage, allow system to be considered at a higher level of abstraction, and generating code automatically means that it is cheaper to adapt system to new platform. And these are the disadvantages: models for abstractions are not necessarily right for implementation. Saving from generating code may be outweighed by the cost of developing translator for new platform. So model driven architecture, short form written as MDA, is a more focused approach to software design and implementation that uses subset of event model to describe the system. So the main purpose for describing the system is use. Design and implementing that uses subset of UML models to describe the system. Models at different level of abstraction are created from high level platform independent model. It is possible in principle to generate working program without manual intervention. There are different types of model driven architecture. One is computational independent model, platform independent model, platform specific model. So platform independent model, these models important domain abstraction used in the system. So these models are sometimes called domain models. So mainly computations independent model, that is mainly sometimes called domain models. Platform independent model. So next is, all these are the three types of the models. So model driven architecture, transformations, all these are the different models: computational independent, platform independent, platform specific model. These are the three types of the models, and it generates the execute code. Translators are used using domain specific guidelines. platform specific guidelines given to the translators, language specific guidelines. After all this, it generates the executable code. Multiple platform specific models. This diagram is shown. Java programs, it generates Java programs, and it C# programs. Platform independent model, J2 double E translator, here .NET translator, J2E specific model, .NET specific, C has code generator, Java code generator. It generates the Java program, it generates the C# program or C# program. So it is a multiple platform specific model. Here multiple platform, one is a Java platform, another is a C# platform. So all these PPTs are taken from and summarily. Thank you.